Hi, everyone, and welcome back to my live. Today, I want to talk to you about unlocking your mightiness by failing forward. We all know that failure is the key to success, and failure can make the stepping stone or can create the stepping stones to help you achieve success. And you might be thinking, Mahika, that makes no sense. How is failure the key to my success? I like to think of Thomas Edison, right? It took him, what, almost 1,000 passes to create the light bulb. But his perspective on it wasn't, oh my gosh, it took me so much darn time to get to this point. But rather, he's like, I found 999 ways that it didn't work. And what that does is it's like the process of elimination. There really was only supposedly only one way left that he hadn't yet examined. And so when we are working towards our goals, what really helps is sometimes you're going to fail, but failure is a true failure if you don't learn from it. Failure is a true failure if you not only not learn from it, but then you repeat it over and over again. How do you fail forward? By failing forward, the initial action is the same. You fail, right? You try to, work towards a goal, or you try to achieve something and you are not able to do that. How do you fail forward? What is the difference? Well, the first thing is you stop to think, hey, why did that happen? You do a bit of a postmortem, right? You stop to think, why did I fail in the first place? What could I have done differently? Were there a particular set of circumstances during this that transpired that made me fail? Maybe it was something that I hadn't considered before, and I need to, cater my or customize my approach to account for that. Maybe it was the time of day that I chose to achieve this goal. Maybe it was the time of year, or maybe it was the people that I was working with. So stop to think, what was the reason for that failure? Maybe it was you. Maybe, you didn't get enough sleep the night before. So you want to try again, but you want to try when you're well rested and you want to prioritize your sleep the night before. So all of these different things can help you. And you know what? You might fail again, but this time you'll know it wasn't because I didn't get enough rest, or it wasn't because, I didn't try at the right time of the day. And then you do another postmortem and you think, okay, well, what went wrong this time? And you keep repeating that process over and over again. And what it does is it creates a series of stepping stones. You get closer to that success, but the key is to not give up. Failure is, those setbacks are a stepping stone. They're not a stop sign. They're not saying, okay, you know what? Enough of this, you need to try something else. But rather, hey, you're getting closer. Keep going. You're almost there. It's like you can taste it, but you're not quite there. So keep working towards those goals, because when we do those postmortems, when we think back, hey, what didn't work, when we reflect back on it, what we are doing is we are adapting our approach. And adaptability is the key to long-term success, because what you want to do is you don't want to just power through those obstacles. You want to pivot. Sometimes you have to adjust and find new ways to move forward. And that is the key to long-term success. And so whenever you're faced with some type of a challenge or some type of a setback, it's good to be flexible, and not only flexible in our actions, but also stumbling over my words here. Flexibility in your thinking, in your mindset. Because sometimes you might think, okay, you know what? There's no way I would ever, do this. That would never work. But be open to the possibility that, hey, maybe that one thing that you thought would never work in a million years is actually the key to your success. And many times I have found in my business that it's taking that step outside of my comfort zone. Like, okay, I've been presented with this opportunity to maybe meet this person, and that person really intimidates me for whatever reason. And that makes me feel very uncomfortable, even being in the same room. But sometimes moving out of my comfort zone and saying, hey, you know what? Maybe we do a virtual coffee. And that way I'm not really in the same room as you, but we can still have that communication and that conversation. And so find ways to be adjustable, to be flexible. And with that resilience, it is never about failing, but rather it's about rising. Each time that you fall and you pick yourself back up, you kind of take some of that, rub some of that dust off, and you keep moving forward. So this is just a great reminder that, we should strive for progress and not perfection, because progress is going to chip away at that goal until you get there. And when you get there, you will have learned so much that if you want to apply that to your next goal, you've already learned so much from achieving this one. And that is why, chipping away at these goals, being flexible, adapting is the key to long-term success. So today, thank you so much for being here for my live to talk about how we can unlock our mightiness by failing forward. I will see you guys all next week.